Look, the world is moving towards transparency, and the smart ones are investing in keeping their data private. Every time you tap your card or you go into an app or even land on a web page, you are giving other people access to your data. If you still think that your information is private, I've got to ask you something. What fantasy world are you living in, buddy? Because the reality is, even as you're watching this, YouTube is collecting data on you with every additional second that you watch. But here's the thing, privacy, it's not dead. Well, not yet at least. David Meyer from the Rothschilds family even paid for his entire data set to be scrubbed from OpenAI, proving that in 2025, privacy comes with a price tag. Now, as I'm sure you can guess, this guy paid millions of dollars in order to do that, and he's not the only one that's willing to do it. Look, whether it's hiding assets, scrubbing online history, or securing money in places that no government can touch, the reality is that the secrecy economy is very real. So in this video, I'm going to take you on a tour through the economy of secrecy, the industry cashing in on your need to disappear. And I'll show you exactly how the right people are getting rich off of hiding other people's data. And what I'm going to show you is how the highest level players are making millions of dollars by making people go invisible. We live in a world where transparency is being forced upon everybody, from the places you bank to who you message, all the way down to what times you go to sleep and wake up in the morning. And the reality is that the demand is only increasing. The more transparent the world becomes, the more money you would be making. Here's what people don't realize. Privacy is not just for the billionaires and the criminals of the world. It's for entrepreneurs that don't want their competition tracking their every move, wealthy people who don't want their assets easily found, people escaping legal troubles, and CEOs and public figures who want to control the narrative. If you understand these very simple yet effective industries, you'll pretty much have everything that you need in order to cash in millions on people's desire to be private. The first one would be anonymous LLCs and offshore banking. There are tons of jurisdictions worldwide where you can get a corporation set up without it being publicly available information who the owners of that LLC are. The same thing goes for banking once you set up banking with that private company. This setup alone is something that you can arbitrage for hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars, if the movement of assets is high enough. The more you get involved, the more money you're likely to make. So things like helping them fill out paperwork, helping them move large physical assets, helping them acquire other companies so that they have legitimate ongoing business in that other country, or even something so simple as helping them out with the paperwork for tax planning. Reputation laundering and digital erasure. Ever Google somebody and find nothing? I'll give you a hint. It's not by accident. Reputation management firms will literally get paid just to help somebody clean up their online rep. Companies like Delete Me erase entire personal data from the internet. This is used by CEOs, celebrities, politicians, you name it. These guys have deep pockets and they're willing to pay handsomely in order to get these services done. The last thing will make large untraceable payments or transfers. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, Alex, isn't this illegal? Come on, you must know me better than that at this point. I would never put you down that path. The reality is governments are making privacy harder every single year. And personally, as a libertarian, I think that people should be able to have the right to privacy from their governments. In 2024, the US passed stricter banking laws that required more disclosure. The EU is dropping new digital IDs that will basically make privacy impossible. And big tech, with the boom of AI, is starting to monetize your data every single day at rates you could have never imagined possible. So while privacy used to be free, in 2025, it's definitely something people are willing to pay hundreds of thousands or even millions of dollars for. The Rothschilds example that I brought up earlier, where they paid millions of dollars, is obviously an extreme case, but you've got to imagine people with 1/10, even 1/100th of his wealth would be willing to pay 1/100th or 1/10 of the amount that he was willing to pay, and still netting you tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars per client. Here's the bottom line though. In a world where privacy is a luxury and no longer commonplace in your everyday life, people are willing to pay accordingly for that luxury. That means that a service that mere decades ago might have only got you a few $1,000s now can fetch ticket prices upwards of $3 million for complete erasure. So the question is, are you cashing in, or are you just going to watch this video and then go on to the next one? If you guys like this video, make sure to go down below and comment privacy, like the video, and subscribe, and I'll be sure to drop a full blueprint on this exact offer. I'm Alex Astry, and this has been How to Make Your First Millions.